Here we are, we're back with, of course, the next part, which we should be heading off to Slateport, but first we're gonna, get these level ups going, uh, because, we're really close to evolution on a lot of these Pokemon. Psycho Shift is interesting, but, yeah, we're just gonna be doing this for specifically Akma and then, uh, Magikarp or Electra. But we get a Noctowl, which is very nice. It's not gonna be that useful. Honestly, a lot of the stuff we're gonna be getting for right now is not gonna be that useful for Watson at all. But we'll see what happens. Um, I doubt we'll be getting that far today. We probably will maybe get to the rival fight. Um, I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. We have Noctowl. Noctowl is one of my favorite Pokemon, actually. Um, And here we go with the evolution for Magikarp, which is always nice. It's a big boost to a lot of stuff, but the problem is electric types are pretty plentiful in this part of the game. You have Cycling Road, you have Watson, you have a bunch of stuff going on that kind of makes this a little hard to use, but hey, the spray looks sick. We'll be careful with Gyarados. We do have a ground type, so we can counter. Hey, bite. Alright, so we're back. Everybody's at level 20. I'm going to switch the following because I want to see it to Gyarados, but we're going to head out and... Oh, wow. Alright, we're going to head out and, just kind of... I don't know. You know what? Let's use Gyarados as well. Can I switch? Or not? Okay. But we're going to head out and deliver this letter because we have not done it yet. We're going to head to Sleepport. Specifically, we'll probably get done with the beach today. Not a lot going on. We do have the Aqua Grunts, I'm guessing. But we'll see what happens. The classic Gyarados Intimidate. The only problem here is that while Gyarados is a great Pokemon, we don't have a lot of good moves for it. I mean, Bite is good, don't get me wrong, because Gyarados is pretty fast in comparison to most Pokemon at this time. It's still one of those things where, like, a lot of the electric types will potentially be faster, so we're not going to risk it. But I would like a stab. And we have Magikarp, great. I mean, isn't it a thing where Gyarados eats its own, like pre-evolution, right? Is that it? I know there's a few Pokemon that have it listed where they eat others, which yeah, that's cool. But I'm pretty sure Gyarados eats other Magikarp, right? I want to think so. Gyarados, the victory dance. I kind of regret the name Electra, if I'm honest, but hey, if it honestly, if we can carry this Pokemon to after Watson, which we probably will, not use it in Watson, of course, but it's more along the lines of whether we succeed or not. It would be very nice to have this because, I mean, Flannery, of course, is pretty late. Kegzarok, interesting. Wonder if that... Do we just, like, equip it to, Could we get a Politoed? I might want that. Actually... Huh. That might be something interesting, but, we're gonna head deeper into Granite Cave. Probably should have grabbed a repel. I think I already used all the repels I had. It was just one when we were getting our encounter, which the encounter proved to be pretty good. It wasn't the greatest. We got incredibly lucky that Sand Attack didn't like miss or didn't like affect stuff. I'm pretty sure Noctowl can learn Flash, which that's one of the coolest features, by the way. Let's grab this. But one of the coolest features of this is that you're just able to use HMs from Pokemon that can learn it naturally. Kind of just a really cool thing in general. Ooh, an Errand would have been fun. A Steel Rock type. Only problem is, if we're being honest, it's hard to like fit it into a team for a lot of stuff. But all right, yeah, some of this might be skipped. I don't know. It depends. I might skip the wild battles, or maybe I'll just leave it in. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. Um, oh my god, dude. Are you kidding? Hey, there is a Sableye. I wonder if Sableye would have been even good. Because we saw Bullet Seed. What did we see from the Heracross? Bullet Seed, Arm Thrust, Bulk Up. What was the other thing? Mawile here. Is this a fairy type? That would have been great, actually. Steel fairy type would have been amazing. Hyper Cutter? Insane. I don't know how rare Hyper Cutter and Intimidate are. I don't even remember if they like changed it later. Because I'm pretty sure Mawile gets both abilities naturally. It's not like a hidden ability thing. Wishing Star. Still have no idea what this is. I thought I saw it in Rustboro, the well. We'll grab the Everstone for fun, I guess. I don't know. We're almost done with this cave. And the reason I didn't bother doing this before Brawly is because our levels were pretty close to the level cap, or what it seems like the level cap is. What is this guy? Okay. Yeah, but I was pretty close to the level cap. And I just decided to go with it and ignore this, especially since the reward... There's a Diglett in here. That would have been awful, actually. I'm glad we got Sandshrew outside of here. But ignoring that, I decided to ignore it because normally the reward is Steel Wing, which isn't a bad move. See, that would have been amazing, but it's also not great. And the reasoning it's not great is, one, against Brawly, what is it going to do? Nothing. And two, Steel Wing, I don't think I had a single Pokemon that was like able to use it well. Like Wingull, cool, off that crappy attack. Yeah, Steel Wing. But there was no like usable thing for this, so doing this earlier wouldn't have done much. I did think about it though. But yeah, Steel Wing didn't really have a use. Yep, hurry along. Check that. I always check that because I remember there being a hidden item in there, but I guess not. Alright, we'll run into one last Pokemon, or maybe two. And we'll be heading out to Slateport. Now, one thing I do want to point out about Slateport is because we're playing a ROM hack, I will be searching around in the store area because in recent years that's kind of been the new like place to hide like stuff that is good for like, you know, challenges like this or just playing the game. Like the Wishing Stars, I'm pretty sure has something to do with like something in Petalburg or something with the well. I just haven't figured it out yet. And I would really like to figure it out, but we're gonna head out to Slateport. I don't think we really need much. Let's head on out. We're gonna go to Slateport. Sail away, baby. This will be a great, and I do mean a really good thumbnail. Because I love the sprite. It looks really cool. One of the things I do like about this game normally is the white outlines. Kind of gives a nice, you know, little bold, but I don't like it on the boat. It looks a little wacky, but I think that's the first thing I've found in the game that I'm like, eh. Hey, it's Drowsy. As I've always said to people, Hypno is one of the most underrated Pokemon in Pokemon existence. Hypno itself was a brutal psychic type in the first generation and became like meh in the second generation, but it was still usable because, you know, it was there. But low sweep, not gonna do much, but it was there and it had access to elemental punches, which, you know, Kadabra had, which automatically made it better. But like if you wanted to use a tankier option, it has some use, but by the time you get into Gen 3, especially like Fire Red, Leaf Green, it is awful to use. Isn't there a person? Okay, whatever. Pretty sure there's people. But it is really bad to use a Hypno in Generation 3. Because there's just so many better options. Like go Mr. Mime, even if you go to like Pokemon XD where you can catch a Hypno and it might have use because of double battles, there's Ralts. And Ralts can do almost everything the same besides a few niche moves, like I think Psycho Shift maybe. I don't remember if Hypno actually gets that or not. So yeah, it was really miserable, and then Generation 4 comes around the corner and you think, hey, the physical special split, it'll finally be able to get something going. We've been waiting for, Hypno to get anything, and it gets a nice, like, mixed move pool, and it would be good as a mixed attacker. It's not like it's an odd thing to see at that time in Generation 4, but it just did everything poorly. Like, it's not that it was like, oh, it didn't have the right moves. No, it had the right moves. It had, like, Psycho Cut. It had access to the elemental punches. It had access to, a good normal move. It had access to everything it needed to succeed in the move slot. It just didn't have the stats. I mean, none of the stats that were useful broke 80, and it was slow. And slow in Generation 4, if you're not Blissey, you're dead. I mean, look at like something like Snorlax. That money looks weird. But even like Snorlax in that generation got brutalized because it was just, it wasn't Generation 2 or 3 anymore, which, I mean, even in Generation 3, Snorlax was falling apart in the higher echelons. Okay. I heard that you're moving up the ranks. Alright. I probably will do the rematches if they're available. I think it would be cool, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get with this, of course. But, yeah, it's always interesting to me to look back on, like, the Pokemon that were basically forgotten about in like, the total history. Because you look at something like Hypno, and Hypno had, like, stuff happen with it. Like, it has the event on, what is it, like, 3 islands? Or 4 islands? Something like that? One of the Sevi Islands. And so, like, obviously it was remembered at some point. It just, like, when you want Hypno to have something, like, special, it's like a Gen 1. Also, using Tackle because Bite would be not very effective. Sweet Kiss, please don't start. It's always something that I think is very interesting to think about is the don't you start. Come on. Just hit. Okay. We will try once more. Thank you. Alright, we're going to switch Electra out. I don't know who we're going to put. Who should we put? 48. See, the 5 is what looks problematic. But, yeah, I've always, like, really wanted certain Pokemon to kind of get their time in the sun. Which doesn't always happen. Let's try, Akuma. He's evolved. But, there's a lot of them that I feel like never really got there. And it's weird because every now and then I think back to like really weird Pokemon that kind of succeeded in weird ways, like Imposter Ditto, sorry. What's the instant transformation Ditto? The one where you send it out? I can't remember. Really good like counter to like sweepers or like setup mons. Echoed Voice should double, right? Yep, there we go. Noctowl gain a nice little hit. I don't remember if it counts between toxic spikes, really. We do have Jane. Dang. I forgot Echoed Voice can kind of do a lot. Alright. But yeah, One of the things I hope to see one day is a lot of the kind of missed opportunity Pokemon. Okay, Slateport City. We're gonna immediately head to the Pokemon Center and ignore everything here. I do know we have the Soda Pop stand, which we'll probably do before we do the Aqua thing. But we're gonna check out the shopping real quick because as we get, into more and more different ROM hacks, we see a lot more shopping districts being like having insane stuff, which I want to go check. All right, what we got? Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay. Powder jar. Interesting. Berry crush. Alright. What we got? TM Secret Power. Ooh, Secret Power wouldn't be a bad... Like, can you get out of the way? Can I, like, get by? What the heck? You are blocking me. Okay. I thought there... I don't remember there being... Oh, yeah, there's that. I don't remember there being those two down there. Or maybe if there are... I think that's, like, the return, right? Dolls? Okay. I thought there would be something interesting here. You can definitely hear me clicking. Oh. Here we go. Well, we have a Moonstone. I wonder if we should use it on Jane. It's probably very good. I don't remember the, like, level up of... I wonder if we can check the TMs real quick as well. Oh, damn, there's a lot here. Bullet Seed. Sunny Day. There's a lot of cool stuff. Double Team, which I will ban. That's Rock Tomb. That's not... Honestly... Yeah, we'll probably be using the Rock Tomb TM then. Okay, I love how my controller just didn't work there. There's a contest hall. You know what? We haven't done an encounter today. Was there any way for me to do an encounter on Slateport besides fishing? I don't think so. Wow, this... What is wrong with you? Pacific Lock Safari? Alright, well, we have grass here. I guess Hypnosis could work. Let's see what we're picking up. Our first encounter is a Gulpin. Not bad. Gulpin is kind of... I don't want to say it's, like, overly bad. It's just, like, even compared to, like, Grimer and Muck, it's definitely lacking. Alright, let's see if we can hit the Hypnosis before we sleep. Sludge. Okay, this could become problematic. Not very effective. Hold on. Ghost Flying. This would have been amazing in the Brawly fight. Okay, that is the same. I was like, wait a second. Ghost Flying. That is... That's interesting. That means Hex is stab. Cool. Alright, let's get this Gulpin. Man, Ghost Flying Noctowl. That's not bad. I'll have to remember that. Ghost types, especially since we're limited in, like, our encounter table to, whatever we find. Having a ghost type like that, I'm gonna remember it. Only thing that sucks is the flying type, which means it's locked out of Watson, but, I mean, we kind of have a team already being put together as long as we keep it going. For example, we have... Oh, real quick. We're gonna name it Albert. But as long as we have... one of the two ground types we have already set up. We have Sandshrew, which I would prefer to have Nidoqueen. But if something were to happen... Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely hear my controller clicking, and I don't have a choice here for some reason. Um, Alright, so I decided we're gonna, while I was healing, we're gonna go do the Slateport stuff. What is this? Stern Shipyard. Alright. Talk to you, I'm pretty sure. I'm Doc. We have a level 20 team. I don't know if it's like good for this point, but I definitely should probably check if Nidoqueen like learned something at a certain time. Alright, so I ended up deciding that it was probably better to evolve Jane now than later. I looked at the move pools for later generations, and it's about the same like idea as like the earlier thought process. Like ultimately, it's just better if I go with a Nidoqueen now, which having one is really nice. Nidoqueen, incredibly bulky, ground poison, very nice types, counters a lot of stuff in the game. All right, not bad. We have a pretty stacked party. It's not overly like set up yet, but it works. Get our thief TM. Might give this to who would get use out of it. I don't think we have that many like physical mons besides like Gyarados, I guess, but he has bite. All right. What's our lead here? I'm actually, you know what? Let's do this. I just realized that we have a big water weakness. Ooh, and electric weakness. If we fight a Chinchou, we're screwed. But we'll take those parts. We're Team Aqua. All right. Battle at the museum. Always a classic. Hey, we have the perfect solution. It's called double kick. Aqua Jet. Oh, great. That's gonna hurt. Crit. Okay, it did actually a lot less than I expected normally. Rough skin? I expect rough skin. No? Interesting. No, no rough skin. I wonder what ability it had. Strong Jaw? I think that's the Mega Evolution one. Sadly, it was Poison Sting. I think it does slightly more damage than Scratch. Bubble. I love fighting all these water types against Team Aqua, so it makes this really awkward. But we'll see what Scratch is able to do here. It's about the same. Because what, with super effective, yeah, it's like really close to the same. We should be slower than Lombre now. I forgot we had an Oranberry. I mean, it was useful. Probably shouldn't try and risk Jane at all. See if we get any good moves here. I expected somebody else to level up. Carvana. Do I want to risk this? If a crit did that mount, I'm just going to go with the guaranteed kill. Yeah, I think we're fine. That hurts, though. I know Carvana is actually pretty, like, heavy on the attacking side. There's Rough Skin. What was the other one, then? Should be a level up somewhere, right? There's Helen. Bunta. Okay, we're getting close to that precious... Oh, Body Slam. I'm not sure what evolution I'm going to go with, but it's definitely better than Double Slap. Alright. If we can't go with Politoed, I might go with that. Pure Electric. Pure Water, potentially. There's Leer. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be risking Jane. No, if we don't get these parts, we're in for it. And you simps? What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one of Team Magma. We're not dressed for the part because honestly, if we look at any of like the drip that either team has, I'd actually probably go with Team Aqua. Like, I guess technically, like, Team Rocket has a decent, like, style. It's like, Mafia, like, animal trainer-ish, I guess. It looks okay, but it's not, like, amazing, right? Team Magma, I think, looks stupid. I've always thought that. They're one of the dumbest looking ones, and I hate Team Galactic. I guess Team Plasma looks okay. The problem is, like, how do you separate, like, the hair color and, like, the weird stances they do from how they look? But I think, like, clothes-wise, I think Team Plasma looks okay. Yeah, I'd probably go with Team Aqua if I were, to be honest. All right, we're going to finish today off by... There's a lot of water types around. I'm going to just do this. But we're going to finish this off with just this. You know what? Let's do a double battle. Probably a bad idea. If you're looking for a battle, you'll find no hotter... Oh, it was just a single. Huh. I expected to get a double battle. Cubone. I probably will live this bite. Mostly because Cubone's actually pretty defensive. Headbutt, not going to do much. Not only are we, 8 levels ahead, but Intimidate. Cubone also isn't the greatest of attackers yet. Aqua. Honestly, very good team. I'm starting to like it. We need a couple more Pokemon to really put this into really great category, because we have the water types covered. I mean, hopefully, and we have a ghost type that's nice. We have a really shitty, and I do mean a really shitty fighting fire type, because that IVs were boo. But Sailor Dwayne, it was a hot battle. Not really. Boring battles aren't worth the effort. Yep. But we're going to finish this off here and probably call it... This will probably be one of the shorter ones. Mostly because the next part is probably going to be the rival battle. And then we'll probably be cleaning up a lot of the routes around. Getting our encounters, of course. We might fish on this beach. Why do we have Supersonic? I'm not even going to bother. I don't think Goldeen even has anything besides Peck, right? Woo. I'm pretty sure it just has Peck at this. Oh, Peck and Horn Attack. This is Stab now, which means this is probably my strongest move on my team. Insane. Akma revealing its use. I wouldn't mind getting to Sand Slash, but I don't think it'll be in time for Watson. But having a ground type will just be useful. I'm also scared of Lantern. That's going to be a very scary Pokemon. I'm hoping that we have access to not a ground type, but something that... I forgot Iggly Buff is so pathetic. But something that can tank like a special attack or two from like a Lantern we might run into. It's a Meryl. I do want to point this out just for, trivia sakes. Azumarill is one of my favorite evolutionary lines. It's really weird because I always try and use them when I can. Or at least in later generations. When they're originally introduced, they're terrible, but yeah, they I think they're quite special and fun. Yep, we'll grab our reward. We got some soda pops. And yeah, that's basically it for right now. I mean, we can go and try and take on the rival battle, but I kind of want to, clear out. Oh, what's this? To and from Pacific Log. Oh. What the heck? I mean, this is an encounter, right? Alright, let's see. What is this? Surskit. Not the worst. I don't think I could hit this though. Surskit is actually not a bad Pokemon. Masquerain is a very interesting type. Bug flying, usually not what you would want to see, but it resists a lot of different stuff. Um, Plus, if this is like newer Masquerain, Bug Water, it's still the same. I almost clicked B, female. Rory. There's some layers to that one, but interesting. Masquerain could come up. Yeah, okay. I regret answer. What is all this? I'm afraid to like go anywhere. What are you? A scuba safari? Is diving down here and trying to catch the coolest, rarest Pokemon you can in a limited time. Or 5 encounters. Okay. We provide you with everything you need. I mean, does this count as a different area? I'll have to look into this. That's definitely interesting. What about you? I mean, I would think it's a different, like, spot entirely. This is wild. Huh. I guess we'll be exploring this. Oh, she looks interesting. Wait, yours is copper? That's insane. That's actually insane. That means she... Wow. There's only certain ways to get, like, a higher... That's... So, it's beat the champion, which more than likely she didn't do. Collect all the Pokemon, which she definitely didn't do. Master Rank contest, I believe, is one. Battle Tower 50 streak, I think. Is it 50 streak? I don't know. It's something like that. And I think there's another one. So she had to do some insane chat. That's insane. That lady be strong. What about you? Well, you definitely are not in the same rank. But that'll be for next time. We'll explore this area.